Welcome to the Henson.com podcast, the official podcast of the Jim Henson Company. My name is Grant Bachoco. Well, you may have seen a lot of news recently about a big dog show that was taking place in Madison Square Garden. A lot of people don't know this, but here on the Jim Henson Company lot, there's a dog show pretty much every day because employees are allowed to bring their dogs to work. So we thought for today's podcast, we'd take a look at some of the dogs on the lot. All right, can you tell us your name?
I'm Jeanne Gottschalk.
And who is this right here?
This is Jasper.
And now you work here at the Jim Henson Company, and I think one of the great things about the Jim Henson Company is you get to bring your dog to work. Do you like that as well?
It's wonderful. I do like it. I like it a lot. Jasper would come every day if he could, because we have 3 little kitties at home who make his life quite miserable. So he would come every day. But, we try to mix it up a little bit.
How does Jasper get along with the other dogs here at the lot?
He actually does really well with them. I mean, he knows to leave everybody alone. I think he's a little protective of his own office space. So if anybody comes in and does anything that he thinks they ought to be corrected for doing, he makes certain to do that. But yeah, he really enjoys the company.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today, Jeanne.
Welcome. Thank you.
And thank you, Jasper.
Is it Jasper?
All right. Can you tell us your name?
Sure, my name is Lisa O'Brien.
Lisa, and who is this that you brought with you today?
This is Blake, the golden doodle.
And how long have you had Blake?
2 years. He's been with us for 2 years. We got him when he was a little pup.
And you get to bring him to work pretty much any day you want here at the Jim Henson Company. What's that like?
It's fantastic. I mean, it's such a great thing to be able to bring your dog in and to meet other dogs. And he loves coming in, too, because he has lots of his friends here.
So he gets along well with the other dogs?
He does. He does indeed. He runs around and says hi to everyone and goes into everyone's office. And it's a lot of fun.
Do you think that being able to bring your dog to work is like a really good reason to work here at the Jim Henson Company?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the one thing about the Henson Company is that it's got such core values, family entertainment and entertainment for children. And I think just the idea of having the spirit of dogs around, and they're big goofballs and they're so loving, and it really makes it feel like a family, like you're working in a family environment, and that's a really special thing.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today.
You're welcome.
All right. And now we're here with David. And David, who's this?
This is Mattie.
Mattie. And how long have you had Mattie?
For about 2 years or so.
You get to bring Mattie here to work at the lot. What's that like?
It's great for me, and she loves it. Every morning I get ready, and she just kind of gets in front of the door and waits for me to take her. So.
Does she come every day?
She has so far.
And how does she get along with the other dogs here on the lot?
She loves all the other dogs and the people. They love her and they give her a lot of attention, so she likes that.
And does she have a favorite spot that she likes to go on the lot?
Most of the time she sits in my cube, so that's kind of what she knows best there.
All right. Well, David, thank you very much for bringing Mattie in today to talk to us.
Thank you.
All right. We're here with Manoly, who works at the Jim Henson Company. And Manoly, who is this?
This is Seymour.
Seymour. And where did you get Seymour? What's the story behind Seymour?
Seymour actually came from my mom. She's a collector of bronze statues and stuff like that. And she had the collection, and, this was just extra, and she didn't want it anymore. And I'm a big fan of Futurama, and in it, there's a reference to a dog who was petrified for millennia, and his name was Seymour, and so it reminded me of him, and so I had to keep him.
Excellent. And how long have you had Seymour?
I've had Seymour for nearly 2 years. Sometimes you forget about it because he's so quiet and he just sits there. He's very polite compared to all the other dogs here.
Yes, I was going to say he's very well behaved and hasn't even looked at the treats that we have.
I know. You see, he's just really well disciplined.
And where does he, at your desk space, where does he sit?
He sits right at the desk at the front, watching everyone come in and go. He likes to watch the people come and go.
All right. Well, Manoly and Seymour, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, can you tell us your name and who you brought with you today?
My name is Jason Shub, and this is Louie. Louie is a guide dog puppy in training for Guide Dogs of America, a school that provides guide dogs for the blind.
And how long have you been training Louie?
He's been with me since he was 8 weeks old. He's now about 5.5 months, so it's been, about 3 months, 3.5 months.
Now, is the Jim Henson Company lot a good place to bring Louie to help with the training?
It's a great place. All of the people are very dog friendly. There are lots of dogs here. And for us, that's a unique situation because usually in a working environment, a working guide is very unique and there are no other dogs. So what this environment provides is training from distraction. I try to keep Louie focused on his job of working while there are other dogs there to distract him. So it's a great place.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today and bringing Louie in to see us.
Sure, my pleasure.
All right. We're here with Celia. And Celia, who have you brought with you today?
I have brought Stella.
Stella. And now is Stella your dog?
We share Stella. Stella is a rescue, and she gets to come into work every day, but she belongs to Brian.
To Brian Henson. So this is Brian Henson's dog, Stella. And now Stella has a very large personality for such a small dog. Isn't that correct?
Yes, she is a woman. She's all girl.
And so does Stella come here every day?
Every day, Monday through Friday.
And does she have a favorite place on the lot that she likes to hang out at?
She has her bed. Yes, she has an office.
Where's the bed at?
With her boss, Brian. Oh, yeah, he's her main man.
All right. Well, Celia, thank you very much for bringing Stella in to talk to us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. We're here with Nicole Goldman. And who is this, Nicole?
This is Trouvé.
And Trouvé, how long have you had Trouvé? He's a new addition, isn't he?
He is. He's one of the newer dogs on the lot. We rescued him in December from a great organization called the Tazzy Foundation. And we basically said that we were happy to take in the nicest dog in the world. And that's what we got. And he's just like the friendliest thing. And he just walks around the lot loving everyone, assuming everyone is his new best friend.
And how has he adjusted to being here on the lot? He loves it?
Yeah, I think that he has a really a great attitude. He's really explored. I kind of have to keep him in my office with the gate up. Otherwise, he tends to just explore everything because he's so excited to be here. So when I let him off the leash like the other day, I was making breakfast or something in the kitchen, and when I turned around, he was gone, and then I realized he had found the crew from Sid the Science Kid, and they closed their door, so he was in their office. So when I called him, I could hear him woofing from somewhere on the lot, and I was like, I know he's around somewhere. So anyway, yeah, so he's still kind of learning where everything is, and that really, all the other dogs have been pretty good with him too, which is good. So.
Well, Nicole, thank you very much for bringing Trouvé to see us today.
Thank you.
Now we're here with Cynthia. And Cynthia, who's this?
Billy. Prince William, actually.
Is that his full name?
Yeah, Prince William von Baron.
Oh, that's his full name. So, and how long have you had Prince William?
It'll be 2 years on June 10th. That's his birthday.
And you get to bring him to work. He pretty much comes every day, doesn't he?
He comes every day, and he's just so perfect, so well behaved. So that's why he's allowed to come to work every day.
So how does he get along with the other dogs here on the lot?
Good. He's very jealous, though. He likes to be the king, He pretty much runs the place because he comes here every day. So he feels like this is totally his territory. So when he sees a new dog, he's like, who's this guy? But then when they realize that he's the king, they kind of just back off.
Now, I wanted to ask, a lot of pet owners, I find, have voices that they think that their pet, this is what their voice, if they could talk, this is what they sound like. So do you have a voice for Billy?
Yes. One time he took my chicken burrito from the coffee table. I came out and he was eating the chicken burrito. I had just stepped away for a second and I saw him eating the burrito and he looks up and I just thought that this is what he was saying. He's like, well, of course I would take your chicken burrito. Are you mad? It was just sitting there. Of course I would eat that burrito.
All right. Well, Cynthia, thank you very much for bringing in Billy today.
Thank you.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the special look at dogs on the Jim Henson Company lot, and we'll see you next time on the Henson.com podcast.